What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Auto Endeavors channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at an article from Market Watch that describes how the Ford Mach-E compares with the Tesla Model Y. So let's dive right on into this, shall we? Okay, so most of you all know what the Mach-E is. It has been out for quite a while now. And you probably also know what the Tesla Model Y is. It was recently released by Tesla, and it's their newest line of electric vehicles. Now here in this article, it discusses the differences and the pros and cons and things of that nature. So starting off, we've got the 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-E, which has a starting price of $43,995. Above average 300-mile maximum range, crossover practicality loaded with tech optional all-wheel drive, fun to drive. So overall, this gets a pretty high review as far as its electric range, its practicality, things of that nature. So it's interesting that the price point that it's at is seemingly pretty average for what you get. Now, the top trims in the Mach-E are nearly $20,000 higher, so that it can go up to almost around $65,000-ish, depending on which model you get and which features you get. This article says the consensus on the Mach-E is basically a brand new crossover electric vehicle. The 2021 Mach-E offers loads of practicality and a space, a maximum range of 300 miles, and your choice of rear or all-wheel drive. Given that it's a new model, both reliability and sales values are unknown. So that is one key feature to a lot of these electric vehicles. We don't know the reliability over the long haul. So these are going to take a while before we actually see some actual numbers regarding how long these vehicles last. Now down here it talks about the Tesla Model Y, and the starting price is a bit higher at about $51,190. So we're looking at about an $8,000 difference, but there are some key differences in these two vehicles. So overall, it gets quick over-the-air updates, seating for up to 7, so that is one big difference between that and the Mach-E. And the Mach-E only has 5 seats, whereas the Tesla Model Y does have 7 seats. Great driver assistance tech, standard all-wheel drive. So the all-wheel drive is standard on this vehicle, whereas in the Ford Mach-E, you can get it as an option, but it is not standard in the base price. Some of the below average aspects: not eligible for federal tax credits, more tall car than SUV, fit and finish, some tech requires a learning curve, neither Apple CarPlay nor Android Auto integration. So that is one downside, is that people have been using the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto integration for quite some time in their vehicles these days, and if they are trading in it for a new vehicle, chances are they might want to stick with the same thing that they are used to kind of using and navigating. The consensus that this article gives is that this Tesla Model Y offers great range, impressive performance, and standard all-wheel drive. The 2021 Model Y is electric crossover with either 5 or 7 passenger capacity. It's not eligible for federal tax credits, however, and there are some fit and finish issues. So you can't get the tax credit with the Model Y, so that's one downside. And one very big plus side to the Mach-E, in that you can even get the price lower than that $8,000 difference and save some off your taxes. So basically down here it says Mach-E versus Model Y electric upstarts. With Ford planning to unveil a large number of electric vehicles in the next few years, it wanted to make a splash with the first crossover in the lineup, hence the Mustang name, formerly reserved for the brand's legendary sports car, has been chosen to kick off this effort. So a lot of Ford has received a lot of backlash on naming their electric car the Mach-E, or giving it the Mustang badge, because a lot of people are disappointed by that because it's just very different than your average Mustang. But nevertheless, Ford, I assume, wanted to use that name because they wanted to strike headlines and make a name for themselves in the electric car field. Ford trims provide a few different range levels of driving, the base having a very usable 230 miles of range and the extended range having 300 miles. The GT is much sportier and quicker variant with an estimated 250 miles, but the 230 miles is still plenty for daily driving and even some road trips if the stops are planned carefully. So it says down here, so basically The range is pretty standard in the electric Mach-E. You're not really a lot higher than some of the numbers that Tesla and other companies put out, but you're not a lot lower, so it's pretty average, pretty standard. Definitely higher than some of the vehicles we've seen in the past with the original Nissan Leaf, as well as the Chevrolet electric vehicles and things of that nature. Inside, the 2021 Mach-E is innovative and modern, yet also practical, with plenty of storage options and ample space even for taller passengers. The cabin is airy and spacious, with just under 30 cubic feet of space behind the rear seats that expands to nearly 60 with them folding down. The Mustang Mach-E is practical as well. There are numerous available options for the 2021 Mach-E, but standard features are comprehensive, including Ford Pass Connect, which allows phone to operate as key, a 15.5 infotainment screen, and an Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, 4G LTE Wi-Fi, and front-rear USB ports. Mustang Mach-E also boasts the Sync 4A infotainment with navigation plus Ford's Copilot 360 suite of safety tech. This includes reverse brake assist, reverse sensing, blind spot monitoring with cross-traffic alert, pre-collision assist, lane keeping assist, a rear camera, and automatic high beams. Optional is Copilot 360 Active with a semi-autonomous driving mode. Prices can climb above $60,000, but the Mach-E is eligible for a $7,500 federal tax credit. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Moving on down here, it talks a little bit about the Tesla Model Y and some of its features. Basically, the Model Y is the baby brother to the Model X, but it does offer more passenger seating if you so desire, depending on how it's configured and things of that nature. Basically, Tesla originally brought this vehicle out as a low-price, standard range vehicle at 244 miles, and while there are still available, the model is discontinued. Wow. That leaves the long range and performance models as the only two trims you can order. So they discontinued their low range model. That's interesting. I almost wonder if it was because it wasn't selling or some other reason. But nevertheless, you can only get the Model Y, it looks like, in the long range and performance range trims. So down here it says, if there's one thing we'll say about the 2021 Model Y, it's not dull. The long range gets to 60 miles an hour in 4.8 seconds, with the performance lowering that to less than 4 seconds. Couple that with a taut suspension, quick steering, and the Model Y can be a lot of fun to drive. If you rather enjoy more relaxed cruising, Tesla also offers semi-autonomous mode and adaptive cruise control and steering assist and a more advanced full self-driving package. Keep in mind that even the latter is still a level 2 system, which requires the driver to be focused on the road and able to take over control at any moment. So we have not seen full autonomous driving, but the autonomous driving features that we've seen in these electric vehicles is fascinating, to say the least. So moving on down here in the similarities, basically it talks about how the sporty driving manners, good space for passengers, and cargo driving modes range from sporty to serene. The 2021 Mustang Mach-E advantages: lower starting price, Apple CarPlay, modern interior. Model Y advantages: longer range, network of superchargers, optional 7-passenger capacity, long warranty. Which one is right for me? An impressive freshman effort. The 2021 Mustang Mach-E bodes well for Ford's electric future with a practical and usable interior, good electric range, and loads of practicality. So, with the higher range but at a higher price, the Tesla Model Y offers optional space for 7 and more than 326 miles of range. So basically, it all really boils down to what your exact needs are as far as the vehicle is concerned. If you are on a budget, it looks like the Ford Mustang Mach-E will fit what you need very nicely. If you have a little bit more spendable income and you want a little bit more fun out of your ride, the Tesla Model Y might be the vehicle for you, and or you need more seating for more people on a regular basis. But overall, it's interesting to see the differences and the similarities. But let me know what you all think and which vehicle you would pick up if you were in the market for an electric vehicle. Would you go with the Tesla Model Y? Would you go with the Mustang Mach-E? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. And with all that being said, until next time, we'll see y'all.